Hi, I'm Portia. Welcome to this class. You will need some space to move, and today we are going to be stretching the entire body with simple, slow movements to help lengthen the muscles and help us with our balance. You'll need some space to move around. You can be barefoot as I am, or you can wear shoes with some support. Go ahead and come to the middle of your space and stand with your feet just a little wider than your hips. Lift up through your chest and roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Feeling the shoulder blade as it glides along the rib cage. And just take note of how you feel right now and how this motion of the shoulders feels as they roll up, back, and down for 2 more. Leaving the arms by your sides with the palms facing front, pinkies in, and thumbs out. Imagine that there's a wall behind the back of your head and push your head lightly into the wall to feel your chest lift and stretch forward. Sliding down that imaginary wall with your back and head, reach the arms out to the side as you bend the knees forward, and then straighten and bring the arms down. Bring your arms back as you lift onto the heels. And we'll alternate back and forth between those 2 moves. Take a breath in and out. Lift up, breathe in, land out. Feeling your heels lift and your body work to find balance. 2 more times. These simple movements from the knee bend, which is a stretch for your calves and the ankle, to the heel lift, which is a challenge for your balance. Let's do 1 more for good measure. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Leaving your heels down, just lift the toes, and like you are doing this with your toes, reach the pinky all the way to the big toe, and then keep doing that. I'll keep doing the same thing with my hands because it can get a little confusing. I know I sometimes forget which toe I'm on. 2 more times. This is just to stretch the feet, and even if they're in your shoes, you can still pick up the toes and move them. Keeping the toes out nice and wide, drawing your lower belly to help protect and support your low back, and then reach your right arm up and over the head with the palm facing front. Reach your left arm down by your side. Side bend over to the left and reach out. And then rise up 3 more times. I like using the breath on the inhale and the exhale to return. And then release. Left arm, reach it straight up with the palm facing front. Right arm is now down by your side. And then we breathe in and out to stand tall 3 more times. Noting that this side might feel extremely different. I know it does for me. And release. From here, take your arms slightly behind you with the palms facing front. Standing nice and tall, gently bend the knees, sliding down that imaginary wall again. Look to the right and take both arms a little further back, and then look front as your arms come right by your side. Keeping the knees bent. 3 more times, looking right, center. A nice stretch for the collarbone area and along the left side of the neck. Same thing to the left. Arms go back as you turn over your left shoulder. 2 more times. And straighten your legs, circle the wrist, the shoulders, and wiggle the hips just a bit. From here, go ahead and take your feet a little bit closer All 10 toes facing to the front. Again, spread the toes wide and soften the knees so that you're really buoyant and you have a feeling that you can hold your upper body up without any effort at all. Lift your right arm up with the palm facing towards the left. Feel a stretch underneath the armpit, down the side of your torso, and now side bend over to the left. We did this just a moment ago in the warm-up. Lower your right arm down. Lift the left arm. Again, first notice the stretch from the armpit and the back side all the way down to the torso and the side of your trunk. Side bend to the left, come back upright, and then release. Lifting just the arm, 3 more times on the right. Noticing if it starts to feel just a little easier to move the arm without affecting the neck area. And left arm, 4 times. Again, just a little note to self. Does this side feel different? It might. One more time. As soon as the left one lands by your side, reach the right arm up and then reach down and away. From here, reach up onto the balls of each foot and then lower the heels, land, lift your left arm, stretch down to reach up, rise up onto the ball of each foot, and then take a return and bring the arm down. When we lift the right arm, elevate up, breathing in and then out. And now the left arm, same thing, lift up onto the ball of the foot, feeling the reach from your big toe and pinky toe all the way up to the fingertips in each direction. One more set to each side, and the lift of the heels is a very small lift. One more time on the left, leaving the heels down, the knees bent, reach your right arm up, take the left arm back a little bit, and then swap. This is reciprocal arm movement. As one arm is moving up, the other is moving down, and then they swap. Still moving slowly, noting the difference between each side of your body. One more set. And release. Lifting both arms up. And notice how this feels a little different than it did at the very beginning. The effort of reaching the arm over the head is helped by opening up the muscles underneath the armpit and all the way down the side of your torso. 2 more times. Breathing in, stretch. Breathing out, release. Lift up your right knee as you reach the arms up. Circle your right ankle and circle the arms 1 time around and the ankle maybe twice. Circle the other way with the arms, 2 circles with the ankle, and then release onto your right foot. Both arms, left leg this time. Doesn't matter which way you circle the ankle and the arms, but get the ankle in twice and then switch and 1 arm circle and then release. Switch back to the right. No circle of the ankle, just the arm. Down and around, back and up, and then lower, and now the left. Down and around with the arms, and back and around and up with the arms. Back to return 1 more time each side. Feeling the difference in each side of your hips, and maybe even the height of the knee. All of these things can vary from repetition to repetition. You see there, I just had a little wobble. And both arms and the foot down. From here, shift your weight over to the right and just circle your right ankle, or over to the left and circle your right ankle. Circle the other way, leave the ball of the foot down. Shift the weight onto your right foot, lift your left heel, and now circle your left ankle, and then the other way. Excellent. Take your feet out nice and wide, bend the knees, pull in your abdominals so you get the support that you need for your lower back. Roll the shoulders and bring your chin back so that the earlobes are over the hips. Take your right arm out with the thumb up. Circle your left arm and pivot on the ball of your left foot. Reach the arm up and around as you descend, and then come up. And now your left arm is out. We're going to do the same thing, this time pivoting to the right. Lift your right heel, circle the arm, descend down, and then rise up and open. To the right again, lift your left heel, feeling the arm circles create space in the front side of your body from the back knee. So this right knee all the way up through the hip, the torso, the armpit, and then we land one more time each side. Feeling your head right on top of your hips and the knee that is bent right underneath. One more time to the left. And now go back to the right. Circle your left arm one time. Stay low. And then reach out by straightening your left leg. And now hover your left toes off the mat or off of the floor. Land and return, opening the arms out. Pivot to the left, lifting your right heel. Circle your right arm. And as you come around again, bring your hips forward by straightening your right leg. Maybe you stop here with the toes on the floor, or elevate and lift. Keep your left knee soft and bent. Land and open. Adding on. Move again to the right by lifting your left heel. Descend down. Here's the stretch right here in front of the hips. Lift, launch, balance. Land your left toes. Take your hands to your right thigh and bring your left knee to the floor. Uncurl the top of the foot and step your right foot more forward. Allow your hips to come forward so that the right knee is over the ankle. Keeping your right hand on your thigh, circle your left arm and get a really nice opening from the front of the hip, through the ribs, the armpit, and even into the upper arm. One more time. Place your left hand on the floor by your right foot and walk your right foot back to all fours. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips, tops of your feet down and chin tucked. Sit back to stretch. This is shoulder flexion, so it's a stretch here underneath the armpit, and it's hip flexion, getting a stretch around the glutes and the side of the hips. Come forward 3 more times. Back in front, keeping your arms straight. A really wonderful way to stretch the body. Walk your hands back, bring your right foot forward, both hands to the thigh, tuck under your left toes, and then circle your left arm and open up to a wide stance facing front. Circle your right arm, pivot on the ball of your foot. Now, bring the hips forward by straightening your right leg. Balance, lift your right toes off of the floor or keep them gently touching. Take a big step back, land your hands on your left thigh, bend your right knee, and uncurl your left toes. Walk your left foot forward and bring your hips forward to feel the stretch in the front of the hip. Circle your right arm, Feeling the stretch from the thigh, the hip, the ribs, armpit, triceps. Place your right hand down by your left foot. Take your left foot back, tops of the feet down, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, chin is tucked. Sitting back, stretch, and come forward. 3 more times. Keeping the back of your neck long by lifting the chest and bringing your ears over the center line of each shoulder. Walk your hands back. Bring your left foot forward again. Hands to your left thigh, tuck under your right toes. Rise up, circle, and reach. Let's put all of that together. Pivot to the right. Circle your left arm as you descend your left knee. Circle around. Straighten your left leg. Lift the toes. Balance. Big step back with your left toes. Hands to your right thigh. Bend and bring your left knee down. Uncurl the toes and bring your right foot more forward. And then circle your left arm. Keep your right hand right on top of the thigh. Last time. Bring your hand down to the floor. Step your right foot back, tops of both feet down, and then sit back and come forward. 3 more times. Each time you do this, you'll feel a little more open. Walk your hands back, walk your right foot forward, hands to the thigh, tuck under your left toes, reach with your left arm and open, and then do the same thing to the left. Pick up your right heel, descend, circle, straighten your right leg, reach forward. You can even hold on to a tabletop or something to find your balance, and then reach back. Hands to your thigh, right knee down, uncurl the toes, walk your left foot forward, circle as you bring your hips forward. 2 more. Big circles to open the chest, the hip, and the thigh. Land your hand by your left foot, walk your left foot back, all fours position, and then move back and front with your arms straight. As you come back this time, walk your hands back. Bring your left foot forward, hands to the thigh. Tuck under your right toes and rise. From your wide leg position, reach both arms out. Ooh, feel a big stretch across the chest as you reach your fingertips wide. Bend both knees, turn your toes to the front, walk your feet a little closer so they're not quite as wide. Shift the weight to your left foot and lift your right knee. Hold the balance on your left leg. Take your right leg back, thigh to thigh. This might be a stretch for the front of the hip. It's definitely balance on your left leg. And then flex forward again. And then back. As you move from the hip joint, keep your low back long and straight. One more time. Bring your right knee forward, circle it out and open, and land. Side bend to the left, reach your right arm over, and then up, find your balance. And again, we bring the weight into the right foot, lift your left knee, hip height if you can, or here's an option. Toes hover or barely touch the floor with your knee bent and in front of your left hip. And then you can reach back and forward. If the leg is lifted like it is on mine, follow me. 3 more times. Back and front. Again, feeling the difference on this side. 1 more time. Come forward with your left knee. Circle open and release. Side bend over to the right with your left arm reaching. Back to center, arms out, lift your right knee. Breathe in, find balance. Bring your right leg back. One more time. Forward, around, land, side bend to the left, right arm up. Stand with your arms out, shift the weight to the right foot, lift your left knee. Reach back and front. One more. Knee in front, open, land, and side bend. Take a big shoulder roll. Bring your feet back to a narrow stance. Spread the toes wide, even in shoes. Soften the knees and stand upright as if there was a wall right behind you. In this position, reach both arms up, balance on your left foot, right heel up. Hold the balance, circle your arms down and around, and then back and around. Open, left knee up. Here's the option, toes on the floor, circle front, around and down, and back and around and up. Step out, reach your arms wide, pivot to the right, circle your left arm, descend, shift your weight forward, straightening your left leg. Reach the arms long, toes on the floor or lifted. Big step back, hands to your right thigh. Bring your left knee to the floor. Uncurl the toes as you bring your right foot forward. And then land your right hand on the thigh as you circle your arm. Come to all fours. Just 2 times. Back in front. One more. Walk your hands back to lift the chest and walk your right foot forward. Tuck under your left toes. Big circle, open, left side. Bend your right knee, circle your right arm. Hinge forward, reach and stretch. Find your balance, lifting your right toes off of the floor. Big step back, hands to your left thigh. Lower your right knee, uncurl the toes, and bring your left foot forward. Left hand on the thigh, reach. Big circle. Bring your right hand down. Step back, all fours. Fingers spread wide. Sit back and come forward. Walk your hands back to come to high kneeling. Bring your left foot forward. Curl your right toes. Rise up. Bring your arms out. Shift your weight to the left foot. Lift your right knee. Find your balance. Bring your right leg back and front. One more back. Come front, circle and open. Land, shift the weight, and lift your left knee right away. Focus your eye gaze straight ahead as you move your left leg. Forward, circle, open. Roll your shoulders, shift the weight back to the left. Lift with both arms, right heel up. Big circle, forward and around, back and around. Lift. Try extending your right leg and bend. Step out, shift the weight. Both arms up, circle down and around, and back and around. Try extending your left leg straight in front. Bend and release. Hold the arms out from wide position. Pivot to your right, lifting your left heel. Circle your left arm. Straighten your left leg and reach forward with your chest hinging at the hips. Float your left toes off the floor. Big step, hands to your right thigh. Lower your left knee, uncurl toes. Walk your right foot forward. Release your left arm and circle. Hand to floor, all fours. Sit back. Long spine from back of the head to your tailbone. Walk your hands back, right foot forward again. Tuck under your left toes. Big circle up and around. Pivot to the left. Circle your right arm. Descend down. Shift your weight forward into your left foot. And float your right toes off for the balance. Land. Hands to your thigh. Come to a position where you can move your left foot forward and then bring your hips forward. Circle your right arm. Come back, bring your hands to the floor, bring your left foot back. Fingers wide, sit back and come forward. Walk your hands back, bring your left foot forward. Hands to the thigh, tuck under your right toes. Open. Stay in a wide position. Bend both knees. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, keep your legs straight. Take your arms behind you, palms facing front, thumbs to the side. Bend your knees and slightly look skyward with the chin more than the eyes, so the back of the neck stays long. This will help you to open your chest. Bring your arms forward. Bend. Reach behind. Straighten and look forward. 2 more times. One more time. Release the arms to the sides. Walk your feet back into a narrow stance and shift the weight onto your left foot by lifting your right heel. From here, keep the ball of your right foot on the floor, and you can take your hands to the front of your torso or reach them out for balance with the thumbs up. Circle your right ankle twice in one direction, now the other direction. Lift up your right foot, circle the ankle again, 2 in one direction, 2 in the other. Bring your thighs together and your right heel, press it back into an imaginary wall. Release, roll your shoulders, shift the weight to your right foot, bring your arms out or at the front of your hips, wherever you can find better balance. I'm going to leave mine out. Circle your left ankle 2 times in one direction with the ball of the foot down, 2 times in the other. Find your balance on your right leg and lift your left foot off the floor. Circle 2 times again, other direction. Keep your left knee bent, bring it thigh to thigh as if you were going to stamp your heel on the wall behind you. And release. Roll the shoulders. Your hips, your torso, your chest and shoulders are all free to move with ease and economy. Reach your arms out and up and down. One more time. Thank you for joining today, and I look forward to seeing you again.